This is the number one skill to have massive success in all areas of life, not just when it comes to business or to your career or to anything you can think of. This is the number one skill, and everybody needs this. And also, fun little fact, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates was asked at one time when they were younger, what was the number one thing that made them successful? You guys are multi billionaires. Without talking to each other, they said the same exact answer on my circuit today. This is how powerful this is. And my team that I run in real estate has done $1.5 billion in volume over the past few years combined. And I've seen this firsthand for myself, for my team. This is why we use so much volume to really understand this one concept. Before I get too deep into that, down below, if you can hear me, type down one below because sometimes my audio does not connect. So down below, type down one if you can hear me speak right now. Make sure you guys are on my audio settings. And you guys are gonna love this video. I obsess about this topic almost a little more than I need to. You can ask my wife. I'm pretty big on this one concept. I'm always trying to maximize it every single day. I watch tons of videos, books, and so forth, studies, the whole 9 yards. And this one topic, I believe, is the most powerful attributing factor to having massive success. And down below, what do you think that one skill is? Down in the chat box, what do you think that one skill is? What is the one skill that trumps all other skills, helping people become successful? Because probably not what you think. And some of you guys, I can probably see in the chat box, are probably saying marketing, sales, EQ, which is emotional intelligence, IQ, which is being smart, which is kind of skill in itself. To me, I think everything in life is learnable. You can learn to be smart, you can learn to be well spoken, you can learn to be good at people, good at anything. There's no skill set that cannot be learned and mastered. For me in college, I had a full ride in college, 4.0 GPA, all honors classes, president of the psychology club and co-founder of it as well. And I had always 4.0 GPA because I understand that all things is learnable. It's kind of a little side tangent on that, but like I do really believe that. And this one thing attributes to that, to my business doing $1.5 billion in volume. Again, I'm a real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. My team is around 100 plus people across 20 different states. We help people just like you get the best deals when they're buying or selling. So you can really have maximize the potential and your ROI in all endeavors. One of my clients just saved over $362,000 when buying a house with us this year. And another client made over $150,000+ when selling the house with us as an agent, outperforming every single home in a mile radius by 3 times as much. It's crazy, right? And that also kind of goes back to this one skill set I think is super, super important that everyone should master. So without further delay, I have a whole breakdown. I'm going to teach you guys more on this topic. The word by itself is a small part of it. But the number one skill sets that everyone should master in life for massive success is focus. This is the number one skill that we all should master. And before I go too deep into the whole presentation, you want to stay to the end as well. I'm going to break down the best tools that I use personally to help my team do $1.5 billion in real estate transactions and volume with this skill set. And the tools I use have changed my productivity 10x. So stay to the end to see that. But also, I'm going to change my schedule for going live with you guys. I realized 2 times a week on high level stuff is maybe a little too much for a lot of people. So I'm actually going live now once a week on Wednesday, 11 o'clock in the mornings. Most days is my goal, CST time. To kind of break down all things real estate, marketing, psychology, wealth building, you name it. I'm going to talk about all things pretty much business, entrepreneurship, of course, real estate as being a real estate agent. I'm one of the top agents in the whole country and teaser host as well. So I love real estate. One of my biggest topics, of course, productivity, marketing, sales, psychology, hold on yards, all things to help you have massive success. Because my goal is to make you not only richer, but also to stay as rich and wealthy as possible. I'm going to teach you all these skill sets. Again, I was homeless off and on from 12 to 18 years old. Slept on frozen benches, stairwell, more often than not, friends' couches. Got lucky I had friends as a kid. But if I would have known these skills I'll be teaching you guys from one of my platforms, I'd be 10 times more successful than I am now. And I'm pretty successful now with, $1.5 billion in volume sold across my agents on my team and myself as well. It helped us a lot. No one's skill is focus. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, I can focus, or you're probably thinking more often than not that why is focus so important? And for a lot of reasons, so I'm going to keep up focus up here. And to test your focus, try your best to spend the next 5, 10, 23 minutes. I'm doing this with you guys, focusing just on this. Put your phone away, take a photos of things, and focus on this one thing. So one, that's going to show you how much success you're destined to have. I told this in the past myself, if I could not focus on one video for 10, 23 minutes, I have a hard time having massive success. So that same challenge I'm giving to you. Make sure you stay through the whole end, watch this, and treat this like it's going to make you $1 million, because it just might. So focus is the number one skill to have, and it's going to change the way you do business and life altogether. Now, why is it important? Well, number one, the people that I said before, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, they both wrote down at the same exact time, focus, when Bill Gates' dad asked them what made them so successful. Without any talking back and forth, same exact time, they were down focus because it's that important. You know why it's so important, especially nowadays, is that we see thousands and thousands of ads every single day, more than we ever see before. Our stimuli on dopamine is off the charts, especially if you go back even 200 years, not even 1,000 years, even 200 years, 50 years ago, our dopamine is off the chart. So our focus is way harder. This is why we see so many people say they have ADHD. And I think, it's a viable thing. It could definitely be a case, but I think you manage it really well if you understand this concept. And with focus, normally it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get flow state. Flow state is what we see in athletes or top performers in the industry, where they can get buckled down and nonstop focus on one activity for 30 minutes to hours at a time without being distracted. Now, sometimes it has a adverse effect. Like for me, again, my wife, sometimes I will get so focused on what I'm doing that I won't even eat lunch. I just go for the whole day, nonstop focus, working on one thing with no distractions. And that's the kind of bad part of it, hyper focus. But also, you get so much done. This is also why my team and myself had done so much. I'm one of the top agents in the whole entire country because my focus is off the chart. And by having this high focus, this allows me to get more done in one day than what people do in a week. And you can do the same thing by watching this video. So, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get into focus flow state. It will last 30 minutes to 3 hours, give or take. Now, granted, at 3 hour points, you want to have diminishing returns. I'm going to kind of break down some strategies, kind of maximize this for you. But this is going to be a huge, huge thing for you. And down below in the chat box, what do you think on focus? Do you have amazing focus? Do you have bad focus? What are your thoughts on focus down below? Do you think it helps you or hurts you? So focus is big. Also nowadays, most people are working from home. Even myself, I'm at my home office most days. I'm doing showings for my clients, presentations for new listings. But normally, I'm at home behind my desk, which is the reality of being an entrepreneur. It's kind of boring, the boring work. I see working the whole time and doing negotiations, CMAs, so forth, contracts, the whole 9 yards on one thing. And with people working from home, some say the focus has skyrocketed. Others say it has plummeted because it's so easy to get distracted by TV, social media, or kids, or family, or wives, or husbands. Whatever you have is a constant thing in our household. So it's really easy to get unfocused. That's why it's even more important to have that. If you got a tech job, 9 to 5 job, having a level of focus will help you get more advancements, more bonuses, and so forth. Entrepreneurs, if you have focus, you can take over the world in terms of what you're trying to do in your industry. Also, why it's so important to have focus, we'll kind of break down more pretty soon, is that if it takes us 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes to get into flow state, that means every time we break our focus, we're out of flow state. We just lost flow state. So all that time we're back to refocus mode. So you guys pop on this right now. I'm breaking down the number one skill set to have massive success in your life in all areas, and that's focus. Again, I have run a team of 100 plus agents just about that done $1.5 billion in real estate volume, all thanks to focus. Focus will help us get there so effectively and to climb the ranks so quickly. So it takes 15, give or take, minutes to get into flow state. And on top of that, if you break it, it's going to disrupt all that focus. And you get more done in that 30 minutes to 4 hours, 3 hours, than most people get done doing shallow work for 8 hours. Think about that. Not only will you get more done, I just gave you 2, 3, 4 hours of your life back if you want to. Because you can do all your jobs within enough time, be more productive than people do in a week, in one day, you have more time now as well. There's no real criteria that says you have to work 8-hour days. Unless you have a job, and then you have to do that. I work 16-hour days, but I'm an entrepreneur, so there's always stuff I can be doing. But you can do enough time in 30 minutes to an hour to have maximum returns on your business or on your career. Same true for kids. Before we go to the next point, why it's so important. If we have family members and we'll half focus, shallow focus on them, they can feel that. You can feel that. Right now, if I was on this Zoom call, this video on my phone, doing the stuff, like, well, this guy's not focused, I'm gonna leave. Why am I even here? Focus is everything. It also means I respect you. So I'm here so much, listening and talking to you guys one-on-one almost. So focus is massive, but for kids as well, having hyper focus is more valuable to give my wife 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours of my life, my day, just to her and my kid, versus having solid focus on my phone, working with other things. So it affects all areas of life. So that is why I think it's so important to have focus. And again, at the end, I'm going to break down the best tools to use, resources as well, help me have massive focus, be 10 times more productive. Again, I'm obsessed with this topic almost to a fault. So here are some good tips help us get things going. So some tips first. Break down all of the other tools you can use on top of that. Number one tip that's super easy to do. It's super easy to do. It's going to be more sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. All focus will skyrocket out the moon. That one thing alone. That one thing alone will make us more successful than anything else I do. Jeff Bezos, he maximizes his sleep every single day. His most important thing he does, he says. And he's worth number one or number two richest man alive right now. And he contributes his sleep habits to that. Down below in the chat box, how many hours do you think you sleep per night? Down below, what do you think? How many hours a night do you think you sleep on average? For a while, for me, I was sleeping, 4 or 5 hours a night. My focus was terrible. Not terrible, like, well, not good as could be. Now I really maximize my sleep. I have 7 hours of sleep per day. I'm up at 4:30 every single morning, just about 4:30 in the morning every single day, and I work until 8, 9, 10, off and on. There's some gaps there with my wife and my son Alexander. I'll go to the gym, other things, but these to help me so much. Amber, I love that 9 hours. Look at you go. You're a rock star. That is awesome. So Amber says she sleeps 9 hours. That is fantastic. Most mine is probably 7 to 8 hours that I sleep. So I'm envious of you. But yeah, sleeping is super, super important. Because not only does it affect our focus, also affects our moods so much. I know days that I feel less ambitious, less energized, less friendly, and so forth, or the days that I sleep less. The TV show my wife and I love called Alone. If you have not seen it, check it out. Alone is a show about people who are stuck in the wilderness for X amount of days with no help, trying to survive in nature, Mother Nature and so forth, against other competitors at different times. And they get so tired and sleepy that they're crying more, complaining more, falling off things, and so forth, for more than that one reason alone. But sleep is a big part of that. And this is easy to do. Now, big tip for sleep that will change the way you look at your routines forever is don't focus as much on your morning routine as you do your evening routine. Let that sink in. Focus more on your evening routine than you do your morning routine. So, tune in the chat box right now. Who has an evening routine right now? You do every single evening before you go to sleep. That's more important to me, I think, than the morning routine. Because this would dictate all sleep patterns. If I know at 4 p.m., which is 15 minutes, I start to unwind from my day from working, I'm going to have a good routine. At 4 p.m., my wife and I get ready for the gym. We go there for an hour or two, do classics at Lifetime Fitness. Around 6, 7 o'clock, I'm back at home, do last minute checks on my business, my clients, my emails, inbox, and so forth. And by 8 o'clock, I'm about to read books, unwind for work, be with my wife and my kid. By 9, 10 o'clock, I'm asleep. This allows me to get around 7 to 8, 9 hours of sleep every single day. I'm down to a schedule. Plus, I do journaling. I get my outfit ready for the next day. I plan my next day as well. A lot more goes into that. I'll do a whole nother talk on night routines. But this is going to be imperative for your success. So down below, what is your night routine and do you have one? Our next tip that I think is super, super crucial, kind of talked about already, is fitness. Fitness is massive. 30 to 60 minutes of that per day is going to help you so much. That could be just walking, playing with your dog, playing with your kid, playing with your wife, your husband. It be all have massive things. You can see this is all simple things. So how does this affect focus? Sleeping makes sense. Fitness makes sense as well. It will increase our endorphins a lot more and our receptors to have give us the ability to have more deep focus just by having more fitness. I know days for me when I'm not going to the gym, my focus skyrockets or decreases dramatically, plummets. If I work out that beforehand, my focus skyrockets. Now, pro tip, if you can, I actually exercise at the end of the day, not the morning. Because in the morning, I used to do at 5 o'clock, go to the gym, sometimes 4 o'clock, go to the gym. I'd work out super, super hard and they'd be tired all day long. I went too hard in the gym because I have no chill. I go hard as I can, all I do. And because of that, I have less focus during the day. So now I work super hard all day long from 4:30 until 4 p.m. And then I go to the gym, my wife. And by that time, if I go too hard, it doesn't matter. In the day, I'm clocked out anyways. So pro tip for you guys, going in the day, but it makes you more fit. And your body is going to be working more cohesively and more effectively. This allows us to have better, organs, brain functions, movement in our body, and so forth, and endorphins as well. Help us to have more focus. This is super, super big. Down below as well, I love asking questions, guys. Makes it super engaging. What is your favorite exercise to do? You play sports, you go to the gym, lift weights, run, swim, play with your dog, your kids. Down below, what is your favorite thing to do for exercise? Again, there's no criteria. You can do it at the gym, you can walk, you can swim, do what you want, but do something every single day. Our next one is hard for me to do because I have just an active mind, but it's going to be meditation. Meditation is the next big one to do every single day. I think even 5-10 minutes of doing that, hope your focus happen more. This is honestly a big pro hack. And I will go outside of spirituality things. Obviously, I think being spiritual is huge and you can do it best for yourself. But more than just being spiritual, focus, meditation is honestly the act of being focused. All you do for focus is look at a blank wall or have a recording that's being made for you to focus on your meditation, or you just sit there with music on that you like that's like not talking and focus on one thing, which is your breathing. 5-10 minutes. That one little thing will skyrocket again your success. Amber says, like, just walking and swimming. I love that. My wife is a huge swimmer. She loves it as well. I like to swim for 5 minutes. Also drown. So I try to swim as well. 5 minutes, I'm like a big rock. Not good at swimming, but I can run for a while. So running, walking is my thing for me. Swimming is fun, just not a long time for myself. But meditation is big as well, though. Again, it's the act of active focus. And typically, technique for you guys to learn is you do it now. If you have a busy day, you can calm down real fast. Is breathe in for 5 seconds. You hold that for 3 seconds. And you breathe out for 6 seconds. Do that. That one simple exercise will change the way you focus forever, and it's also good for your brain. Our brain, if it lacks oxygen, which is through breathing, helps us more focus as well. Most people don't have deep breaths. We do shallow breaths from our chest instead of our belly. So if we do it from our belly, it makes our brain function higher, and also practice meditation, which is focus as well. So this is popping on, guys. I'm breaking down the number one skill to have massive success in your life. My real estate team has done $1.5 billion in real estate transactions. And I think the number one reason why we do that is because of focus. I focus on one activity till I get there. That's what makes us so successful in all things. So down below, if you practice meditation, do hashtag mindful. Hashtag mindful. If you practice meditation already for yourself, I try to do this every single day. Sometimes I don't. Again, my active meditations is better for me, but I try to sit down as well in the steam room. I love my fitness every day and just zen out for a little bit. Next one, we're going to count counterproductive, but it's huge. Or breaks. Breaks is a huge thing when it comes to focus. So again, the human mind, we're not robots. Unfortunately, for some of us, we try to be. I know me, I try to be every single day. After my wife, I'm trying to like be zeroed in, focused, no games, no social media, no TV, no nothing. I try that all the time, called monk mode. And when I do that, people relapse and get back into the habits of social media, YouTube videos, and so forth because we're not designed that way. The human brain is designed to not only just to survive, but to be happy in a way. Not designed to be super big dreamers, super ambitious, super productive. Our brain is trying to conserve as much energy as possible. So having breaks allows us to have more energy, more focus, and so forth. Again, humans back in the day tried to survive every single day. So our brain nowadays is the same exact way. Having businesses, having massive careers, having the number one, brewery in Texas also did not happen normally. That's a thing that did not exist, thousands of years ago. But my friend Amber had one of the best breweries in Texas or in the world even, and Having that kind of skill sets, careers, businesses, and so forth was not a thing way back in the day. So we're not designed to do that. Which is why having focus so hard nowadays, why having breaks is so important. So breaks, it's called the Pomodoro technique. It means every 20 minutes you stop working. So you work for 20 minutes, take off. Work for 20 minutes, take off. This allows you to have more deep focus. Again, deep focus normally lasts us 30 minutes to 3 hours. So you can do 20 minutes of deep focus, meaning it's actually 40 minutes, just for clarity. It's 40 minutes working, 20 minutes off. The Pomodoro technique is 20 minutes, but it takes 20 minutes to even get the focus mode in the first place. So in my mind, I spend around 40 minutes of deep focus on one activity, and then I can switch off to check my emails, check my social media, check my comments, and so forth, make sure my clients are happy and all that thing we need to do as a top real estate agent here in Austin, Texas. And this allows me to do even more activities. Now, for you, it could be 5-minute break, and that could be a 20-minute break. It could be 20 minutes working, 40 minutes working, some days 3 hours working straight if you can, and then you go for a walk, you go for a swim, you talk to your spouse, your kids, your friends, have a phone call, watch social media, watch a reel on TikTok, you name it. There's no rules to this. For me, I have a few breaks in my day from breakfast, lunch, and then dinner and gym where I have to unhook to eat food with my family, to see my dog, to walk them, and so forth. This forces me to have these breaks that I need to be more productive. Sometimes when we take a step backwards, we jump forward 2 steps. So breaks are crucial, not just on a daily basis, but also on a weekly, monthly basis. It tells our brain that all this hard work we're doing is worth it. With a bonus one, breaks plus rewards. Reward yourself. If you have a big day of being focused for one day, give a reward. Have a glass of wine. Have a beer at the end of the day. Go on a date night with your friends or family. Do something that's fun. Buy that new thing that you love so much. What's up, Aaron? Thanks for popping on here. The thing you love so much to help you be even more happy. Down below, what is your favorite reward to give to yourself? Down below, what is your favorite thing to reward yourself with? After a hard day, after a hard week, after a hard month? For me, my biggest rewards, as crazy as it sounds, is one, nice food. I love having nice food. And my other one is hiring more employees. I love that. My favorite reward is kind of buying back my time. So you can ask my wife, something I love to do all the time. I just hired on a cold caller 2 days ago to work for us. To me, that is the reward. Or hiring a chef for a house is the reward for my hard work. But now I can have more capital to buy back more of my time. Our time, number one asset we have. And having more time has us more focus as well. If I'm not on the weeds doing administration stuff, I can have more focus. And if you have a career or a job or hiring people that makes sense financially, then pick a different reward. It doesn't have to be what I do because we're all different people. So breaks and rewards are super big. Next one I think is also really important. It ties into this is diet. Diet is super massive. Having high focus. Down below, if I give my spiel on this, what kind of diet do you have? Down below, do hashtag your diet name. So if it's hashtag paleo, hashtag caveman style, hashtag carnivore, hashtag I don't have one, you go for it down below. Do hashtag your diet. My diet, I don't say I actually have a diet. Mine's more like I don't eat a lot of carbs, eat a lot of fruits, veggies, and a lot of meat. Meat is my favorite thing to do because I see steaks. So that's my diet of choice. But what I do, my breakdown my diet for us to help me a lot have more focus. Avoid all carbs before lunch. So most days I do intermittent fasting. So from 8 p.m. until sometimes noon the next day, I have no food most days. Some days, if I'm really hungry, I'll eat a steak and some eggs and so forth in the mornings, or some kind of like high protein diet that's kind of small. That way, my brain's not being bogged down by my diet. Because our human mind, our human body, having food takes a lot of energy, and our brain is focused internally, I'm doing that. So that is massive for as well. Make sure we're not over consuming too much in our diet to have our focus disrupted. So after noon, when it doesn't matter anymore if my focus is haywire, that's when I have my carbs, my pasta, my rice, my bread, and so forth. When it doesn't matter anymore. Or after my class at Lifetime Fitness. Well, fun tip here with Lifetime Fitness, the best thing there is the quesadillas, the chicken quesadillas. Every single day after my class, because it is a huge, like 44 grams of protein in one little quesadilla. It's amazing. But diet's master for us. It's going to help us a lot more, have more focus, and also, again, look better. So you can combine fitness and diet together. You have a more optimum body that helps us more focus. Again, for those pop down guys, I'm breaking down what help my real estate team that I run do $1.5 billion in real estate transactions, and also what all the most successful people in the world focus on the most, which is focus. Focus is the number one skill to have, and it is a skill. You can learn it. And you also can unlearn it too. I know for myself, having breaks, go back on this point again, having too long of a break can be bad. Like I said to you before, it takes 20 minutes, give or take, to get to a deep flow state. But also, if I go on vacation, like with Miami last couple weeks ago with my wife for our anniversary, and we went to one hotel, super nice hotel in Miami Beach, and I had great focus before I got there. Afterwards, my focus for a couple of days was disrupted. So it's almost kind of correlation. What takes us 10, 20 minutes to get the focus mode on normal work weeks takes us days sometimes to get back in focus mode after coming off of work weeks for a week or a couple of days. Same kind of things, long timelines. So breaks are super important, but also realize that if you have a break, it will take you some time to get back into the groove of things. So don't feel bad if you have a hard time getting into deep focus. That's normal. Again, our human minds are not designed to do so. And then my favorite thing on this list that I do every single day is time blocking plus batch. Yep, you can see that stuff. So time blocking and batching is super, super important for me to have massive success. Again, I help people just like you save at least 5 to 6 figures in buying a house, or make it to 5 to 6 figures in selling your house. Elite selling technical practice, selling process. And by doing that, focus is a big part of this, and time blocking and batching has been massive for our business and our careers and our life. Now, down below, do hashtag yes if you do time blocking or batching, or hashtag no if you don't, or hashtag IDK or I don't know if you have no clue what time blocking or batching is. I live by both of these practices every single day. My calendar is filled to the brim all day long with new activities. And if you're getting value from this so far, guys, drop that likes, smash that like button, subscribe to this video, and share this with your friends and tag your friends as well down below. Who do you know that will get value from this video? Share this with them, tag them, give them likes, subscribe to this channel, because you doing that helps more of your friends. It makes you look better as well to your friends. So it's a win-win. So make sure you hit that like button right now to make sure you get more support on this page to help more people as well have massive success in their life. Time blocking and batching, what it sounds like is going to be really just time blocking your day. So let's say for me, I'm up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 every single morning. So from 5 o'clock until 6 o'clock, I'm doing my morning routines, from journaling, meditating, walking my dog most days. So I try to, again, look at my emails, social media stuff that way. I'm time blocked for that. And then from like 7 until like 10, I'm doing deep work, which is my focus mode. And I'm going to get to that pretty soon on how I do that effectively. But deep work focus is like 7 to 10 for me, which is time blocked. From 10 to 11, I'm with my employees, my agents, teaching them, mentoring them, being a leader for my people. 11 till noon on Wednesday. Now I'm going live for you guys. Today is my old schedule. I'm going to tune it for you pretty soon. And then lunch with my wife at noon. From 1 to 3 to 4, I'm doing my deep work again. Now it's more client facing. Now those days, mostly like meetings, live videos now, calls, meetings, and so forth. The real deep work, but it's more people focused. All my deep work is like activity focused behind the scenes on the mornings. 4 to 5, 4 to 7, I guess, is like blocked off for the gym, my wife, my son. And then from 7 to 8 or 9, I am now breaking down more so my follow back routine. What I missed that day, what's working, what's not working, make my clothes for the next day already ready. So that also takes my focus away too. So doing too much activities in the morning, from picking out our breakfast, picking out our clothing, picking out our schedule, all these things tear away our focus and our willpower, which is why I reserve all those activities at nighttime. So I know I'm doing it as soon as I wake up every single day. My clothes are picked out, my stuff is already ready, my calendar is already filled to the brim, and it's allowing me more focused by having time blocked just for that. And then batching kind of sound like as well. If I'm batch cooking something, I'm putting all my food at one time. Same for this. If I'm batching my deep work, I want to do all my content at one time. I want to do all my meetings at one time. I'm batching them together because switching focus back and forth disrupts the deep focus and you lose that. Which is why if you were to, let's say, go and write a book, I have a best-selling book called Real Estate Secrets. So this is my best-selling book, Real Estate Secrets. You can get it for free if you want to as well. Down below, just do #book. I'll send you a free copy of this book, all about things about real estate, how to get more leads, and so forth. But this book is the bestseller. We passed the Star of Saturn Sunset, #1 of all books on Amazon, thanks to Focus, who makes this book, and 2, by batching. When we wrote this book, we only wrote down the words first, no editing. So you go back and forth from writing to editing, it disrupts your flow, and it takes longer to make a book, to make a course, to do your stuff. So for us, we just broke down all our stuff at one time, and we batched the writing sessions for one thing. So when I wrote this book, is write, edit afterwards, because 2 different jobs. Our brains, we can't switch back and forth. So same for multitasking. I think that multitasking is the biggest scam in the world. We should not be doing that. We should be on one thing. If I'm trying to talk to you guys and also look at my phone and the other things, my focus is going to be off the charts. What's up, Taylor? You got it. I'll send the book to you pretty soon. You have it as well for yourself. Again, it'll be a free copy, PDF for the book, and it breaks down all things marketing and real estate. And yes, I love time blocking. It's how I get everything done. Me too. Time blocking is, I think, one of the best things for focus and for having more batching as well, or batching or blocks into time to do more activities. And then the last one, if you can still see this, I'll write this down, it's going to be environment. And then after this, don't forget, I have all these tools I'm going to give you. Make sure you stay to the end. I have all these tools I'm going to give you on how to have more focus, make it really easy for you. But environment is the next big one before we get to tips on the tools you can use to have more focus as well, effortlessly. And environment, when I say this, I don't mean like living in the jungle or some crazy things. It's like your office, your house. Where are you working at? If you see my office has a monitor next to me and my laptop. Nothing else. I have stuff on the wall, my vision board. I have a map of Austin, Texas, because I do real estate here in Austin, Texas. I want to see what's going on. Look at the map every single time, kind of see what's happening there. And otherwise, that's all I have. There's some books behind me. So my environment forces me to be more productive. And you guys, Stacy, I'll send the book to you as well after this call. Thanks for watching this too. I'm going to break down some tools for you as well pretty soon. But again, I'm breaking down the #1 skill to have massive success in life in all areas, which is focus. My team that I run, about 100 agents, have done $1.5 billion in real estate transactions thanks to focus. So this is super, super important. I use it. This is honestly #1 skill. Better than marketing, better than branding, better than sales, better than EQ, you name it. Focus takes the cake. Because without focus, I can never learn the skills of time blocking, of sales, marketing, and so forth. It takes focus to do that. And everything we do in life is learnable. You can learn all these things. If you know anything about a sports team, about your kid's life, about your spouse's, about you name it, you can learn other stuff as well. Because nothing's that complicated when you understand the thought process behind it. So environment is a massive thing for us. This is gonna be huge. So for us, for me at least, I want to have no clutter in my office. I have one desk. There's nothing here. Literally just my desk. I have a clock that lets me know what time it is, and I will even gauge my time blocking into sections. I say, okay, it's 3:30 right now. I'm gonna go live until 4 p.m. So I time block from 4 p.m. See my clock, I hop off. If I'm doing deep work, same exact thing. I want to have time blocks for those activities, making have more success and more focus as easy as possible. If you have a family, you work from home, tell your spouse, tell your kids to don't disturb you from this time to this time. You can have deep focus. And think about it. At a regular job, they couldn't focus, distract you anyways. So it's not rude, helping you have more success for your family. Again, to me, I think success is our duty to our loved ones, to ourselves, and to the community at large. The more success that we have, more can help other people. If my cup overflows, I hope your cup as well. That's why I can do all this stuff now because I've got more success. So having environments is massive for us. Also, having, nothing playing. Maybe have music on that's like classical music, which I do. I have classical music on in the background, or like Nordic music. I like that kind of stuff as well, or like Celtic music in the background playing while I'm working. Some days, my deep focus is so powerful and so strong that I have nothing playing for hours. I just forget that even happened. That's the real key. Become so focused that you forgot nothing was playing. You can do that. You take over the world. So that is massive. Environment is going to be a number one key for you guys. Having massive focus as well, and sounding thing out. And now for tools. Tools are going to be your God sent on having more success without having to try as hard. Again, our minds are not designed to work hard, to do hard things. And having focus is hard, but it's a skill. So tools to use. Now, there are a few tools that I use that help me a lot have more focus. And a big one that I think is really important to have is a clock. I'm going to start off easy and go a little harder. Number one is clock. Preferably one with a timer on it. If you can time yourself, say, I'm going to work for 20 minutes, for 50 minutes, for 1 hour on this project, it does two things for us. One, it allows us to make sure we're working for the amount of time and have a cutoff time. And then two, it also allows us to see how long something takes us. Let's say that my live, I thought today, be 20 minutes long. Right now it's 43 minutes. So I time this now to see, 43 minutes, I have to be 20 minutes. It allows us to know how much time will be expanding to our work so you can keep track of that moving forward. So clock, number one tool to use. Easy, it's cheap. It's on your phone. It's on your watch. You can buy it for $10 online if you want to. You name it. Again, if this is helpful for you guys, make sure you smash that like button, tag your friends, share this video, and subscribe as well. I go live every single Wednesday, CST time, breaking down all things real estate, productivity, entrepreneurship, sales, marketing, you name it. And of course, real estate, my number one thing. And you help buy and sell real estate as well. Help you in all 50 states in 24 countries. So you need help with buying or selling real estate as well, helping all 24 states and all 50 states and 24 countries. Down below, send me a DM to get started. A free call for you as well. I'm going to break down best strategies for you too, if you want that as well. But back to the point of clock, number one tool that I use. Number two tool that I use is called Zen. Zen is the next tool I use. It is an app. So I'll make it a little easy for us to see the categories. This is an app that I use online on my phone. And what this does Oh, sorry. This is called Screen Zen. A little off. This is called Screen Zen, and this allows me to kind of block stuff on my phone. So if I want to look on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, it's really hard for me to do so. Here's what happens. So this is my Instagram account. I have two apps I use actually together. So I'm gonna show you the first app, and then go back to Screen Zen. One app that I use is called Refocus. Funny enough, you can tell focus is huge to me. So this one called Refocus is also an app as well. So if I hand comes to my phone, it says this to me. Instagram is blocked by Refocus. To unlock it, open my app and take it off. And this is nice because there's two things for me. One, there's no in-post look that I can do on my phone. Because again, it's habit. Our brains are habit creatures. We're addicted to dopamine. And the goal should be to chase real dopamine. Having real content creation, real relationships, real conversations, having real work. So if I can cut off all these bad activities from social media, TV, video games, and so forth, it forces me to seek out high level dopamine that's actually hard to obtain, like the gym, good foods, doing lives, talking to my clients, and building my empire in my business. It forces me to do that. That makes sense? So Refocus is the app you can get on your iPhone, probably Android as well. Again, I use iPhone, so I don't know about Android, but probably though too. And it's free. It's a free app. You can pay for it if you want to as well, but you don't need to. But it's super, super important. It blocks off all things for me. I can even pick things as well. I can even have little times as well within there. Like for me, from 6 o'clock until noon, it automatically locks me out of social media and video games. After 1 p.m., I can be on my stuff again to have more conversations, help more people, and talk to them online, and really have more engaging conversations. But also, it's a timer on there as well. You can set for yourself as too. If I spend more than 30 minutes on Instagram, on Facebook collectively, combined, it kicks me off the rest of the day. And no way can get past that. It's crazy, right? This is what it takes to have focus. Again, I think focus is the number one skill, so I obsess about having more focus to the point where I make it hard for me to enjoy my phone and my beautiful son, Alexander. So that's one app you can use. The next one you can use as well is called Screen Zen. So if I were to unblock my app, I can give myself 15, 20, 30 minutes by doing that. So I'm blocked. And now if I go to Instagram, it will say, is this important? 6 out of 15 times, streak 2 days, hit unlock. When I unlock it, it takes 30 seconds before it opens. 30 seconds. And it times out after 10 minutes to be on the app. So I have 10-minute time block right now, 30-minute time block, and it takes me 30 seconds to even see it. By the time it opens up, more often than not, I forgot about it. I don't even care anymore. It was a habit open. So if I actually am on it after that timeline, it helps me make sure I'm actually doing what I'm trying to do. Is this helpful, guys? Down below, do hashtag focus. Hashtag focus down below if this is helpful for you. Hope it is. I love this. Those are two apps I use. An app that I use on my computer is called Unhook. Unhook actually will block my YouTube time bar. So all my news feed on YouTube is blocked. So it's unhooked. And this allows me to make sure that I'm not focused on watching cool thumbnails that I see on my timeline on YouTube. To me, a book, YouTube, a training class, you name it, to be used with purpose. So if I'm on YouTube, I want to use like a dictionary. I'm going to pop on there, type in what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm watching. Nothing else, nothing less. I also only going to break down, I also only show 5 to 10 subscribers as well. So I have 5 people I subscribe to on my sidebar I can see. Otherwise, I don't see anybody's content on there as well. So that helps me a lot. Unhook on YouTube is super, super important. Down below, do you watch YouTube? Are you big fans of YouTube? I know I am. I've spent hundreds of hours probably watching YouTube in the past 10 years of my business life. I've probably spent 30,000 hours working and learning. 30,000 hours. And YouTube is probably a big part of that. But also why I know so much about focus and big business doing $1.5 billion in transactions. I'm obsessed with learning. And you guys watching this right now means you are too. It's a huge round of applause to you for being here, especially for this long. Again, I said in the beginning of the video, you can stay for the whole video. That will show you how much success you will have in life. So we cannot watch a hour-long video now. It's kind of long. It's gonna be really hard to have massive success moving forward, but focus is everything. So Unhook is really, really powerful for us. Another app that I use as well. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's called News Feed Blocker. So News Feed Blocker. This is a attachment you can do on your web browser, and it blocks all of the news feed from every single platform. So from Instagram, from YouTube, from you name it, from LinkedIn, Facebook, I can't see my timeline at all unless I'm on my phone. So when I respond to people, make relationship, give value and love to my community. Thanks for being here, guys. That's like me going on my phone to make that happen. But I can only do it for 30 minutes a day before I get kicked off of that. So my newsfeed is blocked, which makes it really boring to be on social media. There's nothing there. All I can see on my timeline is a quote that goes back to focus that someone else made. It suffers every single day. And also, this also goes back to environment. Your environment is not only physical, but also digital. Because nowadays, we live in a world where our environment is also virtual, not just physical anymore. More people spend more time on technology than they do in real life, to some degree. The average time people use per day is 3 to 6 hours. 3 to 6 hours per day on their phone. And then my last tool I'm going to add on for you guys, I think it's really, really powerful, is your phone. But it's not what you think. Your phone, the next important one. So your phone has a built-in thing that can track your screen time usage. So I can see on mine how much time I spent on my phone. Today was 5.5 hours. Social media, Gmail, calculator, iPhones, and so forth. And by monitoring this allows me to have more understanding on what's taking my focus. I think is more important. I want to know what's taking my focus from me every single day. A little blowy. Hopefully, comes back pretty soon. Let's see. There we go. So understand what my focus is super important. If I don't measure something, it will never grow. It will become unmeasured, never will grow in measures. So all this stuff right here is focus. I think is super, super important. Again, I broke down for this popping on the big things that make focus really work for you. It's going to be sleep, having good fitness, meditation, taking breaks, having a good diet helps a lot for focus, time blocking and batching. Environment's massive, and all of these tools as well. And down below, what do you think your best tool you use or have done help your focus? Down below, let me know what helps you the most having more focus in your life. Focus is key. Also, walking in nature helps a lot with focus too. And of course, one of the best things to do, besides watch this video probably more than once, is read the book called Deep Work. Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World. This is by Cal Newport. He is a professor at college. He's top level. And the crazy thing is, the guy, Carl Newport, he reached millions of people every single month at a high level way. It has no social media accounts. It's crazy, right? He reached millions of people every single day. It has no accounts on social media personally. But he's so big on deep focus. Yeah, he's still big on social media. For me, I want to spend more time producing than I do consuming. So this book is probably one of the best books I ever read on deep work, on focus, and also habits. So a book about habits is really, really big too, because it's all about all distractions that we do is all habit stuff. And deep work breaks down science, why focus is so important, how to do more of this. So read this book if you can. If you have already, do hashtag deep work. And again, thanks for watching this video, guys. I think this is the number one skill to have massive success in your life in all areas, not just your business or your career, but your family, your loved ones, who you're talking to, your happiness, you name it. Focus is key. And I go live every single Wednesday breaking down all things real estate, marketing, entrepreneurship, success tips, productivity, of course, also wealth creation and wealth growth. My goal, hope you guys so much to make you guys more rich in all areas of life and more wealthy forever. And one day, if you want to need help with buying or selling real estate, you can choose us as your agent. Help you do that as well. So again, thanks for being here, guys. I go live every single Wednesday now, 11 o'clock in the morning, most days. My team's done $1.5 billion in real estate transactions thanks to focus. If you need help with buying or selling real estate in all 50 states and 24 countries, send me a DM. Again, thanks for watching. Smash that like button, tag your friends down below, share this video, subscribe. I'll see y'all pretty soon. And at the top, have the best day yet. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. You got this.